Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends and welcome back, continuing our Deutsche Einheit week. We are back in the Hipper. Now, I was kind of deciding whether I should do Hipper or Prinz Eugen. It basically came down to which one I ended up getting a game in first that I thought was good to showcase the ship. And so, needless to say, Hipper won. I had some decent games, but a lot of meh. That's the problem with my German cruisers, is I just end up with a lot of ho-hum games. There's nothing really makes for good YouTube content, if you know what I mean. But anyway, welcome back, and happy Monday, even though it's technically Tuesday for you guys, so happy Tuesday! Yeah, I've actually got quite a few videos for you guys already lined up. I got to get them narrated and put up there for you guys and scheduled for the week. We're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. I'm only slightly salty all week long. Definitely wasn't salty at all trying to get a game into Bismarck. Nope, wasn't salty. Definitely wasn't salty in my my Hipper Prinz Eugen either. But we're gonna push out to the right side. We're the only thing spotting on this side of the map. We get one destroyer, they get two destroyers. Anytime you're in a destroyer deficit, you have a disadvantage. But it comes down to how the teams use their destroyers. And our destroyer, I don't know. I don't know what he does on the other side. But I believe it's a gearing. So one gearing versus two destroyers could be, you know, pretty easy for the gearing. But we'll see. There's a lot of cruisers. I say a lot of cruisers. There's two cruisers. And we've already got some people spotted. And you can see I'm kind of like getting upset with my teammates back there. I'm like, guys, I've got a broadside Vanguard over here begging for a paddling. And nobody's shooting him. Now, obviously, a cruiser started shooting at him. But it's like, guys, fine. I guess I have to do it myself. Then the Mogami gets spotted, and I can't miss out on this opportunity. Hit him with the HE initially, because that's what I had loaded. We switched it over to the AP, and we are gonna punch this man in the mouth. Wait for it. And... pow! Dropping the bomb in there, getting a pretty good chunk off of him. And that's gonna make him change his attitude. So the second salvo of AP not going to do as much, though he does turn away, and we get a decent penetration on him, I guess an overpin maybe in the superstructure. We switch over to the HE because he is slightly angled, and we're going to get some pretty nasty hits on him just with the HE. You can't sleep on this stuff, man. Now, that wasn't that good of a salvo, but trust me, it's coming. Now that he's given us the full length of his ship to shoot with HE here, as he turns away, watch this next shot. Yeah, that's 5,700 damage. We didn't get a fire, but we got 7 penetration. Alright? Keep that in mind. We have 8 guns, and we hit them with 7 of them. That's nasty. But the Vanguard is kind of shoving them out of the way. We're going to try to get some shots on the Vanguard. We're going to sweep back across in front of these guys and head back to recoup with our team because God knows, you know, if nobody's going to push up with me, I shouldn't be pushing up. Now, I thought that everybody was gone. I was tunnel visioning in this match, and I did not even notice that there's a freaking Massachusetts out to my right side, and he's going to absolutely have a juicy shot on me in a moment. And, yeah, just didn't notice him. I get so drawn into what's going on in front of me, and I've seen everybody going that way, that even though he's lit up on the map, I am spotting him right now. I am not even paying attention. And so, we're going to get very, very fortunate to not just be removed from this match when the guy actually decides to shoot us. But you can see I'm focused on the Bismarck right now. We're going to try to burn him down as best we can. And we're going to succeed in doing quite a bit of damage to the Bismarck. We're already at 20,000 damage. That ain't bad for a cruiser this early in the match. We've been reaching out and touching people. We get the fire on the Bismarck. We immediately switch over to shooting at the Iowa. Because, you know, sometimes people don't put out single fires. And unfortunately, this time the Bismarck did put out a single fire. But we get an immediate fire on the Iowa. That's 2 fires burning on the Iowa. He had somebody shooting him initially. Now, I'm seeing this shot from the Iowa, and I turn in to try to avoid the majority of it, and we do a very good job of dodging it. Beautiful. And I still have not noticed that the Massachusetts exists until, wait for it, it's coming. We get the shot off over here at the Vanguard, and we are going to get absolutely touched. And there it is. Over a third of our health gone. Luckily, we can heal a good chunk of that back, but yeah, that's when I look over and I'm like, oh, there's still a Massachusetts. Yeah, this is not where I want to be. Okay, you know, time to reconsider my life choices and try to get out of this place alive. We got very fortunate that he didn't just delete us right there. We were stopped broadside on in front of him, just begging for it, and we got lucky. Now, the Mogami out here is not realizing that I'm here. I don't know if he's tunnel visioning or what, but he definitely doesn't see me. I figure we could hit him with the AP and finish him. I was wrong. The AP can't pin him from this angle. I didn't know that the Mogami had that much armor, but apparently it does. And so we try to hit the superstructure this time. We still ricochet 4 shells off the side of that thing, and Gearing manages to finish him off. So now we have turned back around. Our teammate in the battleship behind us that decided to take forever to get anywhere and now is finally able to potentially engage something. Oh wait, no, he can't, because there's another island in between him and the enemy. I don't know. Like, you see people sometimes and you're just like, I don't understand. I just don't. But we see the Bismarck here, and we launch the torpedoes early, and unfortunately it's like he knows and immediately turns out. Now, we're not detected until we come around the corner, so he wasn't running sonar. But I'm betting because the Gearing was firing at him, he turned to avoid the Gearing, and I just happened to waste my torpedoes. But we're going to take and try to set some more fires. We've already got a fire burning on him, and we're going to try to get some more off of him. And he's going to get some shots at us, but honestly, we're not going to be too worried about what the Bismarck can do to us. 15-inch guns, not that big of an issue to us. But the secondaries are being kind of a pain because they're knocking out or they're setting fires, and I think they knocked out our torp tubes. But I could be wrong. But you can see the wall of skill inbound, so we're going to go ahead, turn out, and try to place ourselves in between 2 of them. And look how low this Bismarck is right now. If anybody could shoot him and do some damage, he would die. But because he has will to rebuild, he's going to survive. He gets close enough to the other enemy and manages to stay alive to put out the fire. And then we're going to try to kill him. We get the shot off. Are we going to get the fire? Come on, Hipper. No fire? Come on. You got to do better, Hipper. Give me the fire. Please. I'm begging you, Hipper. But we don't manage to get a fire, which is a shame. So then we're forced to switch over to the Massachusetts. And Massachusetts, who has already had quite a bit of fun shooting at us, is going to be on the receiving end of us shooting at him, finally. This isn't the one that actually Citadel me. That one's still over there on my right fighting my battleship, I believe. So, nothing too crazy here. But notice there's a cruiser to my left over there behind that island. I start getting hit from the left, and I'm like, oh man. So yeah, Prinz Eugen totally doesn't give a crap about anybody else on my team except me. And that's unfortunate because he's not the only one that doesn't care that anybody else exists on my team except me. And we're kind of out in the middle of the ocean now. Now, Prinz Eugen did not shoot us that time, probably because he couldn't. And if I had common sense, I could have seen that and put myself in a position to take advantage of it, but unfortunately that ain't the way it happens. Bismarck comes back out for some more fun and manages to have quite a bit more health than I thought he would. Now, Prinz Eugen's got AP loaded, which is what he should have since I'm broadside to him at the moment, and I run into the issue where I can't turn my ship. It just seems like no matter what I try to turn, he manages to catch me at the perfect time. His reload is so perfect that he catches me just as I'm trying to turn out instead of being able to fire at him and turn away. So we do get a couple fires on him, and I was considering switching to AP here, I believe. Yeah, we switched to AP, and we're thinking we could probably do some good damage against him because he's kind of sitting there. We do get another fire on him, but for now, that's all we've got. And so we take a shot, and he gets some more nasty penetrations. I don't know if the Prinz Eugen just has better penetration angles than the Hipper does, but the Prinz Eugen seems to be able to do so much more damage, even when you're angled, than the Hipper does. So I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe somebody who knows can let me know the difference between Prinz Eugen and Hipper, but I'm fairly confident there's a difference in the AP of the two ships, even though they are very, very similar. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but when you see here in a little bit what I'm talking about, you'll know what I mean. But Iowa's given himself up. We've got ourselves into a position where we can't be shot by the Prinz Eugen at the moment. And so we're going to go back to trying to burn down some more battleships. Iowa just gets absolutely touched. He puts out the fire, and just as our shells get to him, somebody finishes him off. So they're down to 2 destroyers and a cruiser. And I was hoping that one of these battleships might decide to come over here and help with this cruiser. And maybe the gearing could have waited. I don't know. I have no idea why my gearing gets himself in a situation where he's in an open water gunfight with a cruiser. It's not generally a situation you're going to win. Now, I'm spotted right now. We know there's 2 destroyers left, and I don't have my sonar available at the moment. So I'm trying to turn in. I want to protect myself from the Prinz Eugen because I highly doubt that either of the 2 destroyers are going to get open fire on me. But that Prinz Eugen already knows that I'm very low health, and so he can easily finish me off. So I'm going to play a little bit of possum here. I'm just going to sit here and wait. I'm going to get my sonar back, and I'm going to run my sonar just in case somebody's trying to tort me. But I'm also going to protect myself. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, if my team goes over and captures the base or starts capturing the base, this Prinz Eugen could sit on the backside of this island and just rain fire on them the entire time. And that's not going to end well. So I have to counter this Prinz Eugen as best I can. That's my goal. Like, if we can't leave him alive on the other side of this island. But I'm still detected. Now, they're getting close enough that they should be about to detect the Yadachi that's right off the bow. There he is. And so now that I know where he is, I know that I'm out of range of his torpedoes, and so I don't have to worry about him. Even though we are running sonar, I was expecting somebody on my left, and it just didn't actually come to fruition. And so now the only thing that's over here is the Prinz Eugen. And so I go in, bow in. I've got my HE loaded because I'm expecting him to also be mostly bow in, and he is initially. And then we switch over to AP because it looked like he's going to turn and give us a broadside. And, of course, this guy's no slouch. He knows that if he goes broadside to me at this range, he's dead. I will absolutely Citadel the snot out of him. But he gets a lot of damage there on his HE, knocking out my torque tubes, all the good things that you hope to get in an HE salvo. Just able to absolutely punch me. We get a lot less damage that time, but we're trying to get the guns to shoot him. We get a good fire there, and we get another fire, I believe, here. Nope, never mind. And then we're assuming that he's not just going to turn out to the left, or to our left, and try to get in and avoid our torpedoes. We get another fire after he damage conned, or no, he just damage conned that one. We had just gotten another fire. But I was hoping that these torpedoes would finish him off. Unfortunately, wasn't in the cards. He doesn't get finished off. Now, I make the decision, instead of going for HE, I'm going to back around the corner to my right, and I'm going to try to load AP. I make the decision way too late, first of all. And second of all, I was not expecting him to be able to do what he's about to do to me. Now, I know he's coming. I'm loading AP, getting ready for it, and he just shoots straight through my ship. Like, one shot, I forget how much damage I had, 2,500 damage or something like that. So it's not like I didn't have any health, but he AP'd me while I'm bow tanking him and managed to take me down for a lot of, quite a nasty hit from a bow tanking cruiser. So, unfortunately, we go down, but we did everything we could in this match. I feel like, despite our stupidity at the beginning with letting that guy Citadel us, I feel like we did pretty well in this match. It's not a barn burner game, 98,000 damage, but we were everywhere on the map trying to assist our team, and that's kind of what the Germans are best at. Just kind of going back and forth across the map and assisting where needed to try to push through one side or the other. Now, Prinz Eugen makes the bad decision of coming out in front of these guys when he could literally, he's got destroyers spotting these guys. He could literally sit behind an island and shoot at these guys, but he comes out into the open, and that's going to leave him open to be shot. Now, there isn't a whole lot of time left. We've got the lead. Our guys are in their base, so this is going to be a win. And that's the main thing. But, yeah, this could have been a very, very different game had we not gotten, you know, our team moving. Anytime you see an entire team kind of sitting in the base, it just doesn't end well most of the time. And the fact that they still have both of their destroyers alive means that the gearing really didn't give us a whole lot in terms of what his ship is built for. But I don't know what else he did. You know, he may have won that side with the exception of the Prinz Eugen. So I'm not throwing shade at him. I'm just saying that generally speaking, if you're at a gearing and you've got 2 destroyers, you should at least take out one of them. But didn't happen. And so we managed to win the match. Even though we didn't, I mean, we contributed, but we didn't do amazing. 98,000 damage. I should be close up there with the leaderboard, even though we weren't in the base. Yeah, second on the leaderboard. Almost 2,000 base XP. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.